Previously on Somnia.
What do you mean? Michael, he's just missing?
10 Somniac preteens who went missing after being reset way after their deaths.
How are we supposed to find him?
What are the chances that both you and Victoria are dealing with something like this?
Does Victoria even know? I had a sister too. Her name was Nora.
We'll go see her tonight.
Okay.
I am trying to find out my birth parents.
Yeah. When can we meet soul to soul?
Tomorrow.
Maybe we will meet your adoptive parents? They are, I have to say, interesting people. My parents blocked me from seeing my sister. I don't think you two should be separated like this. Petition to distance yourself and your sister from your parents. I will. This shouldn't be that hard to process. I only know one of them. Yeah, maybe, but all of those kids should have been treated better than that.
Am I allowed to look at her like that?
Hello?
Could it be wrong when she's just so nice to look at?
Vic. Hi. Okay, well, that was pretty easy. Yeah, I guess. You happen to know where we are? No clue.
Okay, cool.
What exactly do we do now? Don't we, like, have to transport to someone, like you say their name? Could we just, like, transport to Nora? Right, I guess. Okay.
She means everything to me.
Transport. Nora Grace Holiday.
There is no other being named Nora Grace Holiday.
What? What? I think it's saying she doesn't exist.
I'd never tell.
It's okay. I know.
I'd never
Are you
say a
okay?
word.
She was reset. She's like a kid again on Earth. That's what that means, right? Yeah, I guess. Okay,
Feels
I can deal with that. You clearly can't deal with that. No, I can't. Maybe my sister can help. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm no help. You're fine. You're right, though. Lily and Paz would be able to help.
like apple juice.
Okay, transport Lily and Beth Conrad.
You would find her in a Polaroid picture.
We should go now. It can't wait any longer to keep going. What if something's happening to Michael and the others? 10 hours of not existing. All I ask. Yeah, 10 hours could literally kill someone. Okay, not literally. We're already dead. Anyways, I just want to find out. Besides, we have these phones, right? Maybe it'll be on there. There has to be a list of Somniacs on the other internet, or I don't know what they call it up here. Lily, shh, shh, shh. Oh, great. Just the person we're looking for. Wow, glad I'm wanted. Oh, not you. Her. Me? Oh, well, I'm flattered. We're looking for someone. I thought maybe you could help. Does her name happen to be Nora? You know, your sister is here, you know, the one who was in the creepy room and the 2 universes at once and everything. No reaction. Cool. Anyways, we were looking for Michael's next cycle, but as it turns out, he wasn't reset. And also, as it turns out, Nora's Somniac number is right next to Michael's. And, well, we found out that...
New cycle? What the hell happened to Michael?
There are Somniac numbers? Neither of which were my point. Oh my god. What? All 10 of them were missing. What are you two talking about? Nora wasn't reset. Neither was Michael. They're still on the other.
There are 8 other Somniac preteens who are missing that we know of. There are probably more.
Well, considering how neither of us actually understood that our siblings had been reset in the first place.
Wayne, we have to find them.
Well, of course we have to find them. That's the whole point of, like, ethering or whatever. Let's go.
How do we make that voice thingy realize that Michael's not, you know, like, actually other dead?
Reset? You mean? Okay. You two have no idea how the other works, do you?
No, I don't think they do, actually.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Please, I didn't want to do this tonight. Roland, I needed to talk to you. You let this happen. No, you let him do this to me. You let him do that to us. I can't just stop him. He has a way. Then just leave. I never had a choice. Of course you did. I didn't, Roland. My sister was marrying an insomniac American. She was moving away and I was going to go with her. We had it all planned out. When I was younger, where we're from was filled with big Somniac families. My family, the Valentines and the St. Jeans, were the biggest. My parents expected Riley and I to marry someone from a Somniac family. Your Aunt Riley was so vehemently against the entire concept of Somnia. Even though she was a Somniac herself, she wanted to get as far away from it as possible. Why didn't you go with her? There were all these stigmas against insomniacs that my parents' generation held. I do agree that Somniacs and insomniacs should, at the very least, be separate. But where we're from, you can't just speak with insomniacs. They berated Somniacs who were born from insomniacs. They berated Somniacs who had insomniac children because they left the culture. People like my sister. None of that I actually agree with. Then don't act the way you do. I don't think you understand your father. I understand him enough. He was always the leader of any group of Somniacs he came across. He has a very dominant personality. He's disgusting. Roland. He kicked me out. Don't defend him. I've been trying to get you back here. We got a phone call from the hospital and they said you had left on your own accord and we were no longer allowed to contact you. Your father managed to talk you into the wrong side of the situation because you left us willingly, which negated anything that could have happened with the police and the separation, so I guess if you came back, it would be safe. You don't seem to understand, do you? I lost control of myself today because of my schizophrenia. I need help, and I'm gonna get it because I left. I'm not coming back. Not now or ever. For better or worse, what he did has helped me. Neither of you have ever tried to understand my schizophrenia. Neither of you will ever truly care about who I am and who I love, and I'm sorry that it's come to that, but it has. Roland, I care about you. Yeah, you care about me, sure, but all you want is for me to get fixed. There's no cure. I know there's no cure. Then stop thinking I can get fixed. Stop thinking I have any kind of control over this. And stop defending that monster. I don't know what he's done to you, but you should get out of there too. I can't get out of there. If I could, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. You have free will. I didn't choose this life. There's no way I can leave him at this point. The council has me entangled with him. Sure, I could leave him on Earth, but he'd find me here. And after I die, he'll be here waiting. He has the council wrapped around his finger. Nothing I tell them could ever change that. I guess I don't understand. Everything that happens in life is the result of a choice you make. To be young and clueless. Roland, I love you. You're my son. There's nothing that could ever change that. I understand. I just had to make sure you knew that before I told you why. I'm aware of how it works. Not how. Why? What? I was just out of university. I didn't have any money or any job. I was tired. I was alone. I was sick. That was when I trusted him. So I let him come over. I woke up the next day in a hospital with a doctor standing over me. I stayed there for 3 weeks because I just kept getting sicker. And at the end of it, they told me I was 3 weeks pregnant. My parents told me to marry him. Because that's what you do, they said. And they loved him and his family. He told me that I was everything he had ever wanted. And he was sorry he did what he did, but it was only because he wanted me, and I wanted to be wanted so desperately. We got married, you were born, and here we are. I've had to manufacture a life for myself that I don't understand and I never wanted, just to make him happy. I never could, and I never will, and I know that. He hates anyone or anything that isn't perfect. We're far from perfect, we're people. But we try to be anyways. He traps us in his games. He's always known there was something different about you. He hates different. He hurt you, and that's the reason I exist. It's not your fault you came into being the way that you did, and it's not your fault you have what you have. Don't feel guilty about this. I wanted to tell you in case we don't see each other for a long time. I want you to get out of this life while you still can. I can't anymore. Francois told me to ask you to come back, because I guess he knew you wouldn't speak to him. Please, Roland, don't come back. Stay in the States, or wherever you are. I love you, and I want what's best for you. And what's best for you is to be far, far away from us. Thank you, Mom. I just want what's best for you. Go talk to Charlie. The restriction, I lifted it. She's found our birth parents. I think you should help her. Thank you. Transport, Mary Amelie Charlotte St. Jean.
Whoa, hey, hello.
Look, staring at something that's real and willing it to be wrong isn't gonna change the fact that it's real.
That's true.
We weren't actually planning on doing anything else surrounding this today, but I guess because you two are so interested.
Yes, I win. Okay. Elsie, hi, good timing. Long story short, but we're going child hunting. You wanna come?
What? Give me a second. I just fell asleep.
Is it really necessary to call it child hunting? Makes it fun. You know, I haven't had a lot of fun since you see, died. You two lovebirds seem to have something going on, so that must be fun. You know, I could say the same for you. Clearly something's going on there too. We are not a thing. Are we a thing? We are not a thing. No things to be had.
Very convincing.
You got dragged back to Earth last night. Is that what happened? You know, I can't really remember anything well from last night. Hence the difficulty I'm having in visiting it all right now. I see. You know, that's a problem. Why is it a problem? Have you ever not remembered, Elsie? Look, I've only been here like 5 times, tops. Oh, you're supposed to remember.
Well, I don't.
You were talking bad about the council. They cut Somniacs off when they do that. You're supposed to be their messengers or whatever. So, like, you can't hate them. At least not while you're here. What did I say? Something about that they have to change because they're being bigoted because of Sebastian's deafness and the bus crash with the 2 gay girls. Something like that. I haven't had any sort of moment of recollection. Like, I remember I came to you two, but that's about it. I mean, that does sound like something I would point out, though. You might be right. Baz, here's your phone back. Look at the list again. For what? You said it was useless. It's not entirely useless. How many white kids are there? 2 out of 10. I rest my case. They wouldn't just be hiding souls of different races, would they? Yeah, you know, that's actually kind of gross.
We reset as anyone. Male or female, gay or straight, black or white, we're all human. It's random. Whoever's giving birth the nanosecond we're reset. If the council hated people who weren't white and straight, they wouldn't have made people of color or queer people in the first place. It doesn't make sense. Can't be the reason, and we don't have enough data.
Bigotry doesn't have to make sense, Lily.
I guess you're right.
You look fine.
I know that. I am just nervous.
Don't be nervous. They know you. They love you.
I don't know them.
You will. That's what you keep saying, right?
Right.
We'll remember that.
This has been very nice of you.
No problem. I'm happy to help. Breaking news, dead teenager likes to find things to do. It's fine. No, seriously. You're a sweetheart, and I'm happy to help you find out what you have to.
I did.
Right, you did. Well, I'm here for you whenever you need, seriously. Okay, look, I told the person who would let me stay with them that I'd be back home at midnight, and it is definitely past midnight, so I had to go. Just let me know if you need anything.
Thank you again. No problem.
Cars don't slow when it feels like the end of my world. When I should, but I can't let you go.
Rolly. By the council. Charlie.
I missed you.
I missed you too. How are you? Are you okay?
I should ask you that.
I'm as safe as I can be.
That is all I could ask for. I do have some questions for you.
Sure.
You remember before I was part of family when you were adopting me, huh?
I was 10. It's pretty blurry, but yeah, I do remember. We went to Haiti twice.
Right. When?
August, I think, and then we went back to get you in September.
Did Mummy and Papi tell you anything about me before I was adopted?
No. They kept telling me to forget about the things that were happening. That it wasn't really what was true.
You cannot just forget.
These are our parents we're talking about here. Are you really surprised?
Do you remember? Did you know my birth name?
Yeah. Alicia, I think. At least that's what they told me.
It wasn't. It was Nadia. Do you remember what happened, even though you were told to forget?
I don't know if I should tell you or not.
Please, Roland. I just want to put everything back together again. I want to know who I am, and I just don't.
About a month after you came home, you didn't wake up for 2 days. I was so scared that you were dead, but you were fine. Mummy says it was because you were sick.
They did not bring me to hospital?
No.
Why would they just let me sleep for 2 days?
I don't know. I was 10. They didn't let me see you again until you were in hospital after your leukemia showed up for the first time. It was months that you were just locked in your room.
It is weird.
I know, but I mean, I guess it happens. Listen, Charlie, this has been nice, but I didn't really want to visit at all, and...
Roland, my earliest memory is waking up. Papi was there. He explained to me everything that he said that I needed to know. He said that my parents had died in the earthquake and that he and Mummy had taken me in. And then he explained Somnia to me. I remember being very scared. I did not know much then. But they took the time to teach me how to be Somniaic and how to be human. And then once I had somehow figured it all out, my cancer began. I do not remember anything before waking up.
Nothing?
Nothing. I was hoping you would know about my birth parents or my childhood. Maybe I was too hopeful. I will remember when I meet them.
I'm sorry I can't help you. I barely know anything about the weeks after you came home.
I want to remember.
So how exactly is everyone proposing that we find Nora and Mikey and all these other missing souls?
I don't know.
Okay, so how exactly does one start searching literally an entire planet for 10 kids?
I have no clue.
There has got to be some easier way to do this.
There's not.
Can we just, like, transport to a specific place instead of saying transport and going through the voice thing?
No. I'm sorry, have you tried? I have not.
So you've just been told that you had to pick a place? Have we been making total fools of ourselves this whole time?
Well, just because I am not the epitome of other knowledge.
You know, you're about as close as we've got.
Roland is way better than I ever was about this, and he's still practicing Somniac. He could probably help.
Roland had a really rough night last night on the other, and then all day he's been in and out of this schizophrenic episode. It's been bad. I want him to get some real sleep or, you know, do whatever he has to do to be calm, I guess.
That makes sense. I didn't know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to him in the morning. So has anyone come up with anything, or are we just clueless?
What we did was we found the 8 others' relatives. We know basically where they were and who they were at the time of their reset. They're probably not too far from Calum City because, you know, that's where the council is and everything.
This is all assuming that they're in one spot at preteen, almost reset, but not actually headquarters. It just seems likely with the coincidences that we're seeing.
People don't just go to Calum City offices and go to the 9th floor and 3rd door on the right or whatever like they would on Earth. The long-term care center was like that. You had to go to a specific person. Everyone was in exactly the same place, but also in a completely wide open space at the same time.
What does the long-term care center have to do with this?
The council could literally have moved them anywhere, or they could all be in jail, or they could literally all be walking free, not realizing that they're marked missing and trying to find their families. We have no kind of lead on what their missing status entails. All we know is who they are and that they're missing.
You're right. What are we supposed to do?
I don't know either. I just know that there's no way that we can narrow it down right now. I think Baz and Lily need to find more information about the other kids. And Elsie should talk to Roland when we wake up and see what he can help us with.
And if you two need any information about Nora, I can tell you. I'm sure Lane and Lily can tell more about Michael, but my services are open.
Sounds like some sort of a plan.
I think that's about as good of a plan as we're gonna get.
Are you okay? Good. Don't worry, Charlie. I love you, and I know that your birth parents love you too.
I do not know. I guess I did not realize.
Charlie, I have to ask you something. I can't attempt to do this without asking you. I wouldn't feel right about it.
What?
There's this thing I can do. I can petition the council to separate me from my parents. I wouldn't be financially dependent on them, and if I happen to die before I turn 21, I'll be able to be on my own.
You can do that?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll work or if they'll even let me do it, but I figured it's worth a shot.
It is worth a shot.
Do you want me to do it for you too? Don't worry about any of the technicalities. I will make sure you're very well taken care of, I promise. Charlie?
Je ne sais pas, Roland.
Tu ne sais pas?
No. I need time.
That's okay. Yeah, it's just I was going to go petition for it now, or else it would have to wait till tomorrow. I can wait. Do you want me to wait, let you think about it?
I want to meet my birth parents first.
Okay. I can wait. Charlie.
Oui.
They love you. Don't be nervous.
Oui.